So, welcome everyone. Some people have been telling me that they don't really understand the concept of link type suspension. So, like what it is, how it works, and so on. Many of my blog readers, they manage to grasp it quite. They manage to grasp it quite easily. But after watching a few YouTube videos based on this, it actually becomes more confusing for them. So don't worry. So today I have switched to into a totally different format. So I'll just try to explain it as clearly as I can. I'll walk you through the concept based on my own experience. Of course, the information might differ slightly depending on the source. So the pronunciation of the synonyms or the exact, the name of the components might differ, but the overall function is pretty much the same. Right? Let's begin. So as you can see, I'll just explain using my laptop and one of the following videos. So as you can see here, this is the rear underbody of Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. You can clearly make out the entire rear link setup. So you can see the entire rear suspension, rear link setup, the rear three link setup of the Pajero Sport. But now the fact is you might not immediately recognize the exact parts. So I'll just point them using my cursor, as you can see over here. Just focus on where it's moving. Okay. Now at the front, you can see the live axle, the live rear axle here, over here. That's the rear differential, and that's the live axle, and this is the rear differential. Those blue are the those blue coil springs are the aftermarket ones by Novels. Now the owner in this video has swapped out the stock dampers for these Lovell coils, and which look quite stiff. I mean, the Lovell coils compared to anything like Bilstein, they are quite stiff. So okay, now you'll notice apart from that, you'll notice two arms over here. This is the you can see this is the right arm. This is the left side arm. It's from my it's my right, and this is my left. So this is the first link. This is the second link, which is hidden behind this panhard bar. So this is the link first. This is the link second. Here you can see this bar. This is the panhard bar, or some might know it as a track bar. And finally, the third link, as you can see over here. Now some people might recognize it as it might be the part of the chassis of the frame, but it's not actually. It's actually the part of the entire link setup. So this is the third link. Yeah, this solid bar over here, which is quite rigid. It seems like it's quite rigid, but this is the third link. Okay, and if you look carefully, you'll see it position higher up, and which is why it's referred to as the upper link or the third link. So this is the entire three link coil setup, the three multi-link setup of the Pajero. Now the Montero has a 5-link setup. Now I don't know exactly the exact moment of the linkages in the Montero, because I've not seen that vehicle underbody especially. But as you can see in the Pajero Sport, this is the link number 1. This is the link number 2 here, which is hidden behind. It's same. The bearing is pretty much the same as you can see over here. So this is the 1. Here is 2, which is hidden behind that panhard rod. Then this is the link number 3. So now you can recognize all 3 linkages. So the engineering behind it is actually quite straightforward, but it's very effective. It's pretty effective and rugged, especially in off-road or rugged kind of situation. These SUVs are going to be the gem. So again, Toyota and Mitsubishi have mastered this kind of setup over the years, and probably this setup was first used in the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport in the Dakar Rally, the one which Mitsubishi owned in 1985. On that car, first time this setup was used. So I'll just give you another example. Now, if you consider something like the Ford Endeavour, now the Ford Endeavour doesn't use this arrangement. Yeah. So instead, it comes with independent coil suspension in the rear, which is more geared towards comfort rather than a rugged character of when you expect from any proper SUV. So that's why, I personally call it, when it's not that rugged vehicle, the Ford Endeavour is not that rugged vehicle. I'll just try to explain in short the functions of each and every bar. In short, so front is the Lovell coils. These are the aftermarket Lovell coils, which are quite stiff as compared to the stock. Then in the middle, you can see over here, this is the differential. This is the live axle with the differential. Then this thick bar you see over here, this is a track bar, or as I call it, a panhard rod. Now that this rod actually prevents the axle from moving the axle side by side. It just keeps this bar keeps the axle quite firm and rigid. Then the trailing arm, this is the trailing arm 1 here over here, and this is the trailing arm 2 over here. Now the function is quite simple. These are the solid bars, and they are running forward from axle towards the chassis. Means one end is joined over here, another end is joined towards the front of the chassis. Towards the over here, slightly it might be it's bushed over here somewhere. So the function of this is pretty simple. It prevents the axle from rotating forward and after under acceleration and braking. When what it actually does, it does not actually rotates the axle, but when you are braking the vehicle or when you are accelerating the vehicle, you won't feel that sudden thud. When you accelerate the vehicle or when you brake the vehicle. So the reason is, especially in the diesel vehicles, so the reason is because of these linkages, first and second linkages, the vehicle feels pretty much blunted. Now the upper link, now the smaller link, the third link or the upper link over here, this is the this smaller link above the differential housing. It's not smaller, it's quite big. but it actually stops the axle from twisting. That is the rotational torque, and it just stops the rotational torque reaction when you accelerate or when you brake it suddenly. So, and there is also another bar, that is the anti-roll bar, sway bar, which we call in layman's term, and it's actually situated in front of the vehicle. Now, so yeah, therefore I must say the Pajero Sport can cruise at 60 kilometers per hour on absolutely no roads. Yeah, so much better than any other car or any other SUV. I mean, not just a Pajero Sport, or even Fortuner as well. The Fortuners can even, the function of the Fortuner and the suspension setup of the Fortuner is pretty much same as the Pajero. Now, and I mean, I think that's the real beauty of driving such proper SUVs. I mean, like I have personally driven my car consistently over that broken and almost hopeless Kolhapur Ratnagiri highway. And guess what? My car didn't break a single thing. I mean, I was driving it consistently and continuously at 60 kilometers per hour on those broken patch roads. Well, meanwhile, the rest of the cars were busy crawling behind me, and I was ahead of them. So that's where this rugged link type suspension shows its true advantage. Now, yeah. So now I may have tried to simplify it, but I hope you understand how this link suspension actually works. It keeps the axle stable and allows you to maintain speed even when the road almost disappears. Now, as you move higher up the SUV segment, this setup only gets better. Like for example, in the Montero or even the Toyota Land Cruiser, the Toyota J120, J150 Prados, there are more. Like some of them comes with 5 to 6 link type setup, and these add even more dynamic control, in my opinion, and comfort while keeping the toughness intact of such vehicles. So yeah, that's it for today's explanation. I just wanted to show you how the suspension aren't as complicated as they look, and why they make why they make such a massive difference in the real world Indian condition. I mean, yeah, especially in Indian road conditions, these kind of suspension setups are one of the best there. So hope you guys enjoy this breakdown, and what can I say more? I'll just see you soon in the next video.